All right. I'm here with Atali, Primal Conqueror, the most popular commander, at least in my opinion. I'm sure there's a website that keeps track of it, but I would put this at the most popular. It's in the most played color, and it's doing the most common thing in said most played color, which is every ramp spell worth casting, and you just play big stuff. What's nice about Atali is it's kind of like a 7 mana Golos, right? It casts things for free off the top of your deck, and and your opponents, and it also pays for itself when it dies. What's nice about this is you can just cast it every turn instead of every other turn, because it just usually hits a ramp spell. There are some things in my deck that are not ramp spells, but most of the time they're ramp spells. Um, Finale is kind of weird because you don't want a finale for 0. X spells are terrible with Cascade, or pseudo Cascade, whatever you want to call it. This one isn't so bad though. Getting treasures when things die is fine. Killing my opponent's creatures though isn't necessarily something I do, but I haven't really used this card yet, so I'm gonna throw it in the first red deck I see. Yeah, there's not much red here. I do have Tooth and Nail, but I don't have Xenagos World Spine Worm. Not sure how often I'm going to find myself with a Tooth and Nail. And if I'm randomly slamming it out of a Natali, I can't kick it, right? Especially if I have 7 mana. I'm not going to have the additional 2 to kick it. So I'm not going to like get that combo. It just seems too loose. If I had black, so I could tutor for this every game, maybe, but it's not the case. Excuse me. I am running Verdant Rejuvenation. I always think this card is a win more nonsense. You sort of have to have a big thing in play for this to be good. And if you have a big thing in play that isn't being answered, you're probably already ahead. This will probably close it out completely. But I assume the first couple times I go to cast this, whatever I have in play might die in response. So we'll see. But I'm going to have it in here for now. Have a whole bunch of lands. As many untapped lands as possible. Seldom do you find yourself with tapped lands that are relevant, like Den of the Bugbear, Lair of the Hydra. There's a couple others. You don't really find yourself with those in play ever really using them. This format just doesn't seem like that's just happening ever. So I'm not doing that. Obviously Ulamog, no Emrakul. I've come to the conclusion Emrakul's not that great. Probably pretty great to hit off of Atali, but it's not really worth it. I think there's just better options. I've never actually put Inferno Titan in play either, but as it stands, I think it's pretty good. It's really great with haste. If you tooth and nail Xenagos Inferno Titan, you have a whole bunch of damage flying at your opponent, but again, not really the case here. A little bit light on removal, but we are red and green. Not really what we're about. Still have a Braid and Volcanic Spite. I think there's another copy of this, but it doesn't hit Planeswalkers. And the less things that Atali hits that don't ramp, the better. In case Atali inevitably dies and I have to start casting it essentially every turn. Like if it's getting countered or whatever. So, well actually, if it does get countered, you don't get the trigger, right? Yeah, it isn't a cast trigger, so if it does get countered, you don't get to immediately cast for the next turn if you're, like, curving out. You'd have to actually wait a second turn to get more mana. With that being said, I'm not playing the 2 things or 3. Actually, Rhythm of the Wild is reasonable. That Rhythm of the Wild is reasonable, but the other 2, the green one, the 1-drop, and then I think there's a 2-drop that make green spells uncastable. Oh, actually, I'm not even sure this counts as a green spell. Does it? Is this green? It's got green in the identity, but I don't think this is actually a green spell, so that actually doesn't help you. Yeah, it's just like Rhythm of the Wild and Veil of Summer, and you obviously don't want to hit Veil of Summer off of your Atali, so yeah, this is just how I built it. This is what I'm starting with. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Here we go. I did not expect a thing to tap my creatures to be remotely relevant. Okay, another person that doesn't want to play against Etali, get wrecked. Get wrecked, love to see it. Okay. Oh, easy. Doesn't want to play the mirror. Shadowfax. Okay, cool. Cool. This has no early ramp, so I don't think we can... We're keeping that. Okay, again, no 1 or 2 mana ramp spell is still probably fine. Surprisingly light on green sources. There's not many red sources. There's a whole bunch of green ones. Alright, there we go. Shadowfax. Horses have haste, so changelings and I don't really know what else. Okay. Yeah, do this. Just get another forest. I don't really need that much red, like, at all. At all. How many lands do I need to get this to do the thing with the stuff? 7. It's the Field of the Dead, basically. Needs 7 or more. It is Vigilance? Ooh, I thought I had Trample. Neat. Sarah Paragon. Well, they need a graveyard for that one. So if I play this, I can still Circuitous Route. Yeah, I just have to shock myself. I would consider that worth it. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Guess I'll get a red and a green. Might as well. I definitely have enough of every color. Oh, sweet. I can swing. Look at that. Swinging with a Stomper on turn 4? Yeah, turn 4. No counter spells, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can easily recast Atali, too. Don't think there's too many crazy hits I can get out of my opponent's deck, but it doesn't matter. Because Atali on 5. Doesn't matter. Opponent doesn't think they can beat it, which is totally reasonable. Even with a evasive threat that recurs threats, it's just like, okay, right? Like, what are you going to do? I got Atali coming. Nope, I didn't take out that land. That's fine. Don't have to take it out if I don't draw it. If I don't ever draw it, don't need to take it out. I'll lead with Caryatid, I think. Yeah. Right? Yep. Alright, well, Atali next turn. Atali turn 4. Seems to be the case every game. Whenever another creature enters, blah blah blah. I've seen this as a commander a few times. Skrelv's Hive, that's spicy. I like it. Alright, Atali, do whatever it is you want to do. Do it is what you do. Oh, cool. Empath and the baby Kaya. That's unfortunate. So I'll probably get Worm Coil. No, I think I'll get Inferno Titan. I think I'll get Inferno Titan here. Just given what I'm playing against. I think that makes the most sense. Till end of turn, one or more tokens created. Doesn't do anything. Creatures you control. Okay, I guess. But it, creatures you control gain Death Touch, put a counter on up to 1 creature token. I don't have any. This is extremely specific, huh? Exile all cards in all graveyards. Spirit token. Oh. This is like a very specific commander. There's no wonder I haven't seen it. I thought it was the old Kaya that like eats your opponent's graveyard. Stone. Really? Actually, it's fair. I did not hit a ramp spell off of Atali, so I can't like go all in next turn. Surprised they're attacking this. Okay, my creatures do not have Death Touch. It's only on my turn. Inferno Titan goes 1/1. Can I play this and Inferno Titan? I can. Let's do that. Like that. Qdona, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Sprout Swarm. You've added 1 to Convoke. You are now a Sapperling. This can't block, but I also don't really care to swing. If they kill this Titan, I think I will block this 1/1. Alright, yeah. They are incredibly, incredibly far behind. Actually, I didn't even notice. Did they miss a land? They may have. It's hard to keep track because I have so much mana ramp, but yeah, even if they somehow stabilize, Atali's just gonna show up again next turn, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's just coming up again. 11. Warren Power Stone. Oh, no, we have green mana. Never mind. Saying this looks like a goofy hand, but... Oh, Karuga, so only 3s and up, which I guess makes sense given how this Omnath likes to find multicolored cards off the top. Actually, I think I've played against this person before, a while ago. Yeah, I've played against them. They play this, like, weird list with, like, a bunch of cards that, like, are all pseudo-win more. But if you get there, they're just, like, it's great. Oh, they have green? Lame! Alright, don't have any green spells, though. Literally anything but that. You can kill this. Please kill it. No ramp. Alright, that's great. We will absolutely take that. So this, that. Get a green and a red. Put the green into play, I guess. Yep. Again, we're not really much of a red deck. Such as Etali tradition. I think I'm Vastwood Surging next turn. Yeah. They can play Omnath right now, I think. White, blue, red, green. They can. That sucks. Can I kill it? No. Next turn I would be able to. Well, that's really lame. But fortunately, their whole deck is full of crazy stuff, so Atali might actually go absolutely wild and steal some nonsense. When they hit a land, yeah. Yeah, if this whiffs, it's not really doing anything except drawing a card, which you're not really upset about, I guess. Could be 10 times worse. Apparently they have options. Okay, they played a weird, whatchamacallit? Chromatic Lantern that doesn't actually tap itself for mana. Alright, so I can sweep the board with this, right? I have to do it for 4. Is that worth it? I'd say so. This is an elemental, though, so... Wait. I was thinking of this. This deals the elemental damage. This just kills anything. So I'll do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play around Mana Tithe. Because I can. Oh, do they have Mana Tithe? No way. Wait, no, they have 2 mana untapped because of the other land. Yeah. Alright, looks like it didn't matter. Most likely a removal spell anyways, but... What's really nice about this is I actually smashed a land here. Which is just, like, excellent. Treasure token is pretty cute, too. Renin 6, or Renin... What is this one? Renin Realm Breaker does not, untap a land. So it doesn't actually count as a ramp spell. If they don't have a land, they can guarantee one here, just minusing. Nope, they're just saucing me for some damage. This has hexproof, huh? That sucks. Let's say you just kill it with this. But again, the -3 doesn't hit elementals. So I can't do that. Oh, the other Omnath, which I guess is also an elemental. Okay, so I do have a land for this, but I don't have a ramp spell for it. So I think I'll just go with Atali. When in doubt, cast Atali. Ooh! Oh, I hit it. I hit it. Oh no, opponent. I hit the stupid card. Oh no. All that effort. All that effort, opponent. Oh no. Full turn 2 or 3 format kind of thing, and people who want to do anything fun just can't, because they have to respect that, unless you find channel fun, obviously. Alright, so we're on the draw in the mirror with no early... Well, I mean, we do kind of have early ramp. Okay, I mean, fine. What am I... If I'm mulliganing this, what am I looking for that isn't this? Okay, so you into you, right? Sure. Avoid a braid or something like that. So we need to dodge a 4-mana ramp spell. We do not dodge a 4-mana ramp spell. Why would we? Next turn we can go land. Ramp ourselves technically twice, right? Here and here. So I do have Verdant, which is definitely a mirror breaker. But my opponent gets the first crack at Etali, but I assume both of us are just going to like hit a ramp spell that isn't terribly relevant. But they do have the initiative. Oh, they did not cast Etali, really? Okay. Didn't have a land in hand, I guess. Wow. Sure. What, baby Urabrask? What? That's a baby Urabrask. Okay, so land... Actually, can we hold off on the land? I guess we can just keep this untapped. There's not really anything landfall worthy in my deck. Well, there are, actually. That's not true. There are relevant things. Okay, well, like I said, that's all Atali basically does in the mirror, but they get to swing with Atali, but it doesn't immediately kill me. Alright, they got a ramp spell and a ramp spell. Cool. So, I get a crazy Verdant here. I take a bunch of damage, but that doesn't kill me. I love how they think about it. They're like, do I swing with everything? Like, why wouldn't I? Overbrask is kind of neat, I guess. It's kind of weird, though. It does mean everything I get off of this comes in tapped. I don't really have a choice. I think I just have to play this. Alright, so let's kill you and you, because that's all I can kill. Like that. Yeah, the fact that it's all tapped is unfortunate. Let's untap you. Is there anything to naturalize? Not really. You can just make a big token. Let's see. Does this give trample? For each forest I control, which is literally 0. Okay, never mind. That has no use. Alright, we just plus to make a fat token. Play this as a land. And I can play this by tapping out pretty low, which is very dangerous. I don't really need more mana anyways, so there's no reason to do that. Okay. Opponent has to basically kill me right now. Okay. Uh-huh. I definitely trade Atalis. So they don't want to swing with theirs. Which means they can't really swing with any... Whoa! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can easily recast Atali. And I guess I'll just double block this to kill it. Take 8. Maybe this was a little too sketchy. Maybe I did not have to put myself to 2. Maybe that was wrong. Alright, never punished. Okay, so I think they're dead. Can go to combat before I choose to do anything else. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this while we can. I kind of want to blow up my opponent's goose token. Actually, I could just give everything trample. No, that doesn't really that doesn't really matter. All right, you know what? What am I doing? Let's just cast Etali. Get some triggers. Okay, Volcanic Spite. I'll kill this and that thing that doesn't really do anything. I'll shuffle away you. Not very relevant. All right, so I think they're dead. Yeah, we're just gonna pump, even as it's just like a baby pump. I'm just gonna pump up. What am I talking about? I actually lost to cute things in the mirror. Atali cute things is what I lost to. Alright, this is going to find a land. Helps for explore, helps for playing lands. Just going to name land with that. Ah, it would be a shock land. It would be. Let's see if we can avoid that. That was actually a really good draw. It means I can explore too. Oh, that was also a really good draw. I'm not to shock myself. Okay, alright. That was really good. Excellent sequence. Crystal Grotto. It scries twice if you have your commander in play. How adorable. Alright, so 2 of these. And I can play a tap land. Avoid shocking myself. Alright, can you beat Etali? Do you have a Wrath here? Right? Wrath would do it. Wrath the Gods are kind of reasonable in this deck. Sort of. Kind of. Alright, they don't have it though. Just because they come out before turn 5 when you would have this. So, kind of reasonable. Or 5th mana. I shouldn't say turn 5, because obviously Mind Stone, but... Glasket, it eats the halfling, right? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter which one it eats. This one taps for 2 later on in the game, so maybe that one, but it doesn't matter. 4, 5, 6... Oh, it did matter. Huh, it did matter. I guess I needed a land. Rip. Guess we just have to settle for Kogla. So Kogla always naturalizes, even if they play Elishnorn. Elishnorn does shut off Atali. Which, that's unfortunate. Alright. They're banking on me missing a land again, which is totally possible. This is another example of why you should never play tap lands, by the way. Okay, so I didn't get there, which is really, 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 really bad. Let's do this. It means Atali's not doing anything for this game, but I still have... I'm still super far ahead, and I can still find a bunch of degenerate nonsense off the top. But I have no Atali. I mean, Atali is still a 11/11 trample indestructible infect. So there's that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can't cast it. Alright, so here comes Atala. Let's play out this thing. Play this as a land. And you have to basically exile Atali repeatedly. Or block it repeatedly. Gandalf, that's the other mono-white commander. You're not supposed to have both at the same time. Well, one of them's going to die, and it's probably going to be Gandalf, but... Not too upset with that one. They can't just block with the thing there, so... So we at least get rid of Gandalf here. But Elishnorn isn't doing too much right now. They have to have another exile effect. It does have 7 toughness, so... They have time. They have, like, a lot of time. They can, like, block and then block again, kind of? Sort of? Well, this isn't a snap O-ring or something. Boromir, that does not save you, right? Let's see. No, it does. They take 2 infect, because this makes them indestructible, right? Yeah. That does work. Okay, we will cycle this. We definitely don't need more mana. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Look at that. It can still get hit by Reprieve, because Reprieve is better than, Reprieve is better than, Remand. But alas, they do not have it. Alright, Sauce'em. They can double block, or triple block, and then Boromir sacrifice to keep Boromir around. Or the rest of their permanents around, I should say. Guardian of Faith. Enters the battlefield any number of your... I don't know. You don't want to phase out your creatures, though. Wait. Wait, no. Opponent, this doesn't work. This is trample. This doesn't... Oh, no. Oh, no. It doesn't work. Opponent, so what they were supposed to do was just block, and then sack to make them indestructible. And they take 2 infect. They take 2 poison, and they go to, they were at 6, they go to 8. I don't really know why you need my Discord, but people are asking me to link my, like, contact information. And I'm like, well, you're obviously trying to sell me something that's not real. And they, like, didn't acknowledge me calling them out as a scammer and just kept trying to sell me stuff. And it wasn't a bot. And ever since then, I've had, like, bot stuff every, like, 2 days or something. I think it's the same person just, like, throwing bots at me to sell stuff. I don't know. Maybe I just broke some kind of threshold. I got 500 subscribers on YouTube, so now I have, like, this random... I just have to deal with weird stuff. Okay, so let's actually tap this so I can Abundant Harvest. Get rid of this Titan. And I'll Abundant Harvest a land, I think. I mean, I already have a land, but I'm going to need a bunch of them, so yeah, that's fine. What does this do? I wasn't even looking. Enters the battlefield and attach equipment. Oh, so it's some sort of equipment aura nonsense stuff. Do you have one of the other effective reprints of your commander? You do not. Okay, that is good for me. This enters untapped. Good. Do this. Have a absolute excess of red mana. Well, assume your deck doesn't operate without one of your creatures in play, so... Windmill that commander, my friend. Windmill that commander. Protection from red and green, too, because, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can play this next turn, which is kind of funny. Do I do that? It's kind of slow. Maybe it's still good enough. Let's see. This is the same thing that happened last time. I feel like playing this is slow. I think I can find a white chump blocker or something. Also, if they have an answer, it would be nice to still get value. Okay, I didn't really get anything. I'll take Volcanic Spike, though. Seemed good last time. What does this do? +3/+1. Attacks, you get 2 1/1s. Okay. That is, like, painfully fair and not degenerate, which is unfortunate for me. Alright, so I have 7 mana. I actually whiffed on a ramp spell, so I can't just flip Etali and threaten lethal. That's a bit of an order lull. Alright, well that's really good. Can I play that right now? That's 8 waves. Alright, let's see if I can scam another player with this stupid card. No Craterhoof Behemoth, but who cares? Let's get you. And I guess I swing with Etali because I can't do anything else. And I do actually have a blocker, but I don't even know if they can swing. Can they swing here? That's funny. Look how many mana dorks I just got off of that card. Like, so many things I just hit are actually not that great. But this kind of undid that all, I guess, with this. Okay, so Shadow Spear gives trample. Right? Yeah. So I guess I'm not blocking then. Yeah, there's no reason to block. I'll just take 8. It's not lethal. Unless my opponent has an answer to this Atali, it will just infect kill them. Maybe they're banking on me just activating it and they have like swords. Come on, you can do it. Alright, this does not have any sort of protection from this, and this is definitely the safest thing to do, so I'll do that. I think it's more reasonable than not doing this. Of course it doesn't work. Why would it? It has protection from green, so I can't block with the grazer or anything like that. I guess I'll gain life with my... Actually, let's tap... No, I don't... I think I'll just play this. Yeah, we'll just play this. And then I will Gargaroth to gain life. I don't think the 3/3 is relevant, and I'm not really looking for more cards. So I think this is just this kind of attack. Just gain 3 life. Put me farther out of range from stupidness. Do they have something here that it, like... Oh, I can see why they... they said... Oh, okay, they said oops because I gained 3 life, and they obviously could have killed it first. But I was smart to play around a removal spell, but they also had a protection spell, because of course they did. +1/+1 in haste doesn't change the math. Still a 2-turn clock, so... Now they're in a spot where they have to respect Atali once again, and they have to protect this once again. So they have to do both the things they did last time again. And I guess they have choices. I don't know what they could possibly be. That gets rid of Atali, right? Nope. So they're on the block Atali plan. Kemba does not die when they block. Okay, they're on the swords to plowshares? What? I don't... What? Okay, I guess they just scoop in here. Yeah, I guess they just didn't want to hold out or something. I really don't know. I'm trying to think. Was there any way they could survive? Like, if they just didn't swing, they could have blocked this. Because, again, it has protection from green. And they only take 3 poison. And they gain 8 life. But I'm swinging for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, actually, after the dust settles, they get 3 poison and take 1 damage. Pretty comparable to Necropotence now that I think about it. Probably better than... Yeah, wait, I mean, it is better than Necropotence. Okay. I do have red. Barely. But red I do have. Oop, come on. Play the land. There you go. Alright, so losing this would be kind of annoying, but not super scary. Can I play? No, this. No, I can't. So I need to get at least one green to cast this Stomper. There's a whole lot of ramp. Well, sort of. Haro only taps once. It does not tap twice. It just lets you actually spend the mana the turn you cast it. That's the only difference. So I'm going to blow this up real quick. 5, 6, 7, yep. Or I guess I blow that up. Oof. It's a little bit better, huh? Especially if that's super crucial to perfect mana, which they do not seem to remotely struggle with. So play this, play you. Wait, can I play this? And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, I can't. I cannot play both, so I'll just go all in with this. I mean, they still have the first sliver, but it's still just right to do that. Oh, no, they don't. I guess they are playing all the triomes. Suppose that is reasonable. Blow this up. If this is a, saw it coming or something. I can kind of respect Doomscar. In fact, it can't be a counterspell. You're playing first sliver. So we can kind of respect Doomscar and stuff. I can also just not care because I'm Etali and just cast it again. Oh no, we got the finale. No. Alright, doesn't want to play against an extra turn, get wrecked. Okay, so Atali is just really good. Not really surprising anybody, you know. It's kind of hard to make a bad Atali list. I went with something that was all ramp, and then you just cast Atali and win. Some games I didn't need Atali because I had other big things that were just like more situationally relevant. But overall, just casting Atali on 7, or when you get to 7 mana, not on turn 7, you probably lost the game if you did that, but on turn 4, I should say, is just good. You hit ramps out of your own deck. Sometimes it just scam wins, right? Sometimes you just steal something out of your opponent's deck or your own that just straight up wins the game and you just doesn't matter. But for the most part, on average, getting a ramp spell out of your deck and then some random value card from your opponent is fine. Obviously, hitting counterspells wouldn't be great, but there's not too many counterspells looming around there, and you also have to actually hit them, even if they are playing them. For the specific cards I had at the top end, probably could be tuned a bit better, maybe less of the goofy ones and a bit more powerful ones, like Chandra's not that great. Maybe the new 6-mana Chandra is a little bit better than this, maybe. I don't know. Maybe neither are great, actually, but it doesn't matter that much because you're just cheating out 6+ drops. So it doesn't really matter what they are. You're just pulling so far ahead, right? You just like taking extra turns worth of mana, casting massive spells, forcing your opponents to do something about them. There was a game where I had Finale of Devastation hit for 0 and it's completely useless, but it didn't matter because I stole a Time Warp from my opponent. And my opponent just scooped to that, even though they could still easily win. They just didn't want to. It's just, it feels bad, right? And they just didn't want to endure more of that nonsense. But yeah, this is what I would do with Atali. This is my first time playing Atali, I'm pretty sure. If I've played it in the past, I just don't remember. But I feel like I've played a million games, and it's only been an hour and a half. Like, it's just, it does the same thing every game. You know, your opponent has to do the same thing to stop it every game. It's so straightforward. The biggest decisions you make, really the only decisions you kind of make, are just like your opening hand. If your mulliganing stage is the most relevant player choice with a commander like this. So super, super easy to play, which probably makes, doubles down on why it is one of the more popular ones, but it is still just powerful. It's just powerful. It's like the Golos that isn't stuck in tier 1 playing against Keenan all day because it costs 7. I guess Wizards thinks that's fine, and I think it is fine. I don't think this should be playing against Keenan all day. It's not that crazy, but the wins just find themselves, which is kind of cool. It is fun to play. It is fun to play. It's fun to be on the receiving end of this degeneracy. But yeah, if you like this list, um, let me know. Again, these two X spells could definitely come out if you don't want to hit them with Atali. This does create treasures, but you don't really need the treasures if you're already casting Atalis.